Hi class, we're going to have a little connective tissue quiz. This will be a good review for the upcoming lab practical. Have a blank sheet of paper in front of you so you can write down your answers. Pause the questions. If you need more time, just pause the question so you can write down your answers and then you can check them. We'll go through all the answers at the end of the video. What you always need to remember with connective tissue, it is the matrix that is so important. The ground substance and the protein fibers that make up the matrix. Always remember the matrix is made by the connective tissue cell that lives in that connective tissue. So this quiz is just covering connective tissue proper and cartilage connective tissue. So let's get started. These first 8 questions are going to have multiple questions, which just means you should know everything, every question I ask about a particular connective tissue. These are the things you should always ask yourself when you're reviewing. Number 1, you're looking at this connective tissue. What is this connective tissue? That is the first part. What is this connective tissue? Write it down. The next part would be, where is this connective tissue found? You should have at least 3 places where you can find this particular connective tissue. What is the type of cell that makes this connective tissue? Here you can see the cell nucleus right in here. So what kind of cell, what is this cell called that is making this connective tissue? What is the main protein fiber type? Remember, you have 3 protein fiber types potentially that can be in a connective tissue. What is the main protein fiber type that you are seeing in this particular connective tissue? Now this question, the ground substance is, remember we said ground substance can be liquid, like in blood. It could be syrupy, gel-like. It could be firm, or it could be hard. So the ground substance in this particular connective tissue, is it liquid, gel-like, firm, or hard? And what are these light areas? See these light spaces around the nuclei of this cell? What are these white spaces called? And then the last question regarding this slide, what is unique in regards to the blood flow to this particular general connective tissue type? So that's it for question number 1. A lot of questions, and basically you should be asking these type of questions yourself when you're reviewing any tissue slide. So this is going to be slide number 2. You look at this. What is this connective tissue called? Name this connective tissue. You should also put down where it is found. Give me just one place where you can find it. We talked about it a lot. What type of cell is making this connective tissue? You see a bunch of cells in here. This is the connective tissue cell. What are these, this connective tissue cell? What are they called that is making this connective tissue? What are the protein fibers in this connective tissue? So this connective tissue has what protein fibers? Now you're only going to be seeing 2 of those protein fibers on this slide. And what are the 2 protein fibers that you can actually see on this slide? We got this thin one right here. What protein fiber is this thin one? What type of protein fiber is this? And then you can see these wider light pink protein fibers in here. What are these wider light pink protein fibers? What kind of protein fibers are these? The ground substance in this connective tissue is what? Liquid, gel-like, firm, or hard. And there's something unique about this particular connective tissue. They have these big cells in them. What are these big cells called? What are they? So that's it for all the questions on slide number 2. Here's slide number 3. You look at this. What is this connective tissue? What is this connective tissue called? Where is it found? There are 2 places you have to know where this is found. What is this main protein fiber that you see in here? What cell is making this connective tissue? You can see the flattened nuclei of the cells in here. See all these little dark areas in here? This is the flattened nuclei of the cell that is making this connective tissue. This is all the protein fibers in this connective tissue. And the ground substance, is it gel-like? Is it watery, gel-like, firm, or hard? That's it for number 3. Here's slide number 4. What is this connective tissue? Where is it found? What is this main protein fiber right here? You can see these little branches of protein fibers. What is this protein fiber? What type of protein fiber is this? Again, what cell is making this these protein fibers? What cell is within this connective tissue that is making these protein fibers? Again, the ground substance, is it liquid, gel-like, firm, or hard? So that was slide number 4. Slide 5. Name this connective tissue right here. Where is this particular connective tissue found? You should know at least 2 places. What type of cell is making this connective tissue? Here you can see the cell in here. What is the name of this connective tissue cell? What is the main protein fiber that you are seeing here within the matrix? What is this main protein fiber seen in the matrix here? Is the ground substance liquid, gel-like, firm, or hard? What is the name of these light areas that are surrounding the connective tissue cell called? So what are these guys called? And what is unique in regards to the blood flow to this particular connective tissue type? So that was number 5. Here is, oops, skip number 6. Here's number 6. What is this connective tissue called? What is this connective tissue called? Try to give me at least 2 places where you can find this particular connective tissue type. Now, these protein fibers here, these big fat ones here, what is the main protein fiber that you are actually seeing in this connective tissue? Next, what cell is making this connective tissue? And lastly, the ground substance of this particular connective tissue, is it liquid, gel-like, firm, or hard? That was number 6. Number 7, we're talking about this connective tissue right in here. Name this connective tissue right here. Give me at least 2 places where you can find this connective tissue. What type of cell is making this connective tissue? So you can see the cells in here that are making this matrix here. What are these cells called? What is the main protein fiber type that these cells are making and excreting into the matrix? What is the main protein fiber that you're going to find in here? Now, the little spaces that are around these cells are not actually light areas, but you can kind of see there is a little structure that is surrounding these cells. It's just stained a little bit different. What is this structure out here that is surrounding each of these cells? Hopefully this won't confuse you guys too much. What's unique about the blood flow to this connective tissue type? And here I have something called the perichondrium that is surrounding this connective tissue. What is perichondrium? What does perichondrium mean? Actually, what does peri mean? What does chondri tell us? And why is this perichondrium so important to this connective tissue right here? So that is number 7. This one might give you a little problem, but I want you to look at this matrix, and let me just tell you, this is kind of a hazy glass-like matrix here. It's not perfect. I just wanted to show you that not all slides are going to be perfect, but it's pretty good. So that was number 7. And then number 8. You look at this, name this connective tissue. Where can you find this connective tissue? Give me at least one place you can find it. You can find this in a lot of places, but give me at least one place. And if you know this connective tissue, is this connective tissue vascular? Yes or no? Is it vascular? Yes or no? And the last thing about this connective tissue, what is unique in regards to this connective tissue characteristics compared to most other connective tissue characteristics? What is unique about this connective tissue? So that was 1 through 8. Those had a lot of questions. The next 8 are just going to be simple. Name the connective tissue. So number 9, what is this connective tissue? Number 10, what is this connective tissue here, where the pointer is? This is our skin. This is our stratified squamous keratinized up in here. And then deep down here, what is this connective tissue right here? That's number 10. Number 11, what is this connective tissue? Here's number 12. Here is the connective tissue. This one is real easy to see. What is this connective tissue called? Number 13. Easy to see this. What is this type of connective tissue? "14. What is this connective tissue? "15. What is this connective tissue? Here you can easily see these protein fibers here. What is this connective tissue? 15. I think we just have one more. Here is that same connective tissue you just saw right here. And deep to it is going to be a pocket of this connective tissue. So what is this connective tissue here? Yep, so that's it. So let's go and answer. Get all these answered. So question number 1. You look at this, you automatically should recognize the lacunae that are surrounding the nuclei of these cells. You see lacunae, you know this is a cartilage. What kind of cartilage is this? This is fibrocartilage. Remember, fibrocartilage, the matrix is filled with collagen protein fibers. All this blue stuff is the strong collagen protein fibers. Where is it found? This is our strongest cartilage. It's going to be in the menisci of our knee. It's going to be in the intervertebral discs, those discs in between our vertebrae. And it's going to be in the pubic symphysis. It's the cartilage that's holding the two hip bones together. Already said where it's found. See, type of cell. This is a chondrocyte. Chondro means cartilage. This is a chondrocyte. Main protein fiber. This is collagen. Ground substance is firm. It's not hard, it's firm. These are the lacunae, the light areas. What's unique about the blood flow to this connective tissue type? Remember, cartilage is avascular. There is no blood flow directly flowing into cartilage. That's why cartilage, if you have an injury to cartilage, it takes forever to heal. This connective tissue, you look at it, you should just go, whoa, this is that pickup sticks pattern. This is a loose connective tissue proper. This is areolar connective tissue. Where is it found? I told you, always remember, this is found, areolar connective tissue is found underneath all epithelial tissue. What type of cell makes this connective tissue? These are all fibroblasts. Fibroblasts make the ground substance and the matrix. If this is areolar connective tissue, what kind of protein fibers are in areolar connective tissue? All three. 1/3 collagen, 1/3 elastin, and 1/3 reticular. You cannot see reticular protein fibers because you need a special stain. So the only protein fibers you're going to see on our slides are going to be the elastic protein fibers and this larger collagen protein fibers. The ground substance here is gel-like, syrupy gel-like ground substance. What are the big cells that you see here? These are macrophages, phagocytes that live within this areolar connective tissue. What is this connective tissue? You should just be able to look at the pattern here. This is dense, regular connective tissue. Dense, regular connective tissue is a connective tissue proper. Here we see the collagen is laid out in a parallel pattern. Where is it found? Dense, regular connective tissue forms our tendons and ligaments. Tendons and ligaments. Have to know that. Tendons and ligaments. The main protein fiber, this is collagen. This is our strong collagen. What cells make this connective tissue? Here's their nuclei that are smashed. This is a connective tissue proper, so this is a fibroblast. These are all fibroblasts. The ground substance is, this is connective tissue proper. The ground substance is syrupy, gel-like. Dense, regular connective tissue. It's dense, called dense because it's packed with these protein fibers in the matrix. What is this connective tissue? You should just be able to look at this and you see that these branching protein fibers, tree-like branching protein fibers. This is reticular connective tissue. Where is it found? Reticular connective tissue is found in the soft organs like the spleen or the liver. This is kind of holding those soft organs together. All these cells in the background, not all of them, but most of what you can see are actually the cells of the organ that these reticular protein fibers are within. There's going to be some fibroblasts back in here too that are making this protein fiber, but most of the cells you see are going to be the cells of the soft organ. The ground substance is what? Remember, reticular connective tissue is a connective tissue proper. This is a loose connective tissue proper, so it's gel-like. Number 5, this connective tissue, what do you see? I see a lacuna right here, lots of lacunae. So automatically you go, I know this is a cartilage. Then you look to the matrix. What do you see in the matrix? You see a lot of black fibers, really easy to see all these black fibers. Those are elastic protein fibers made by these chondrocytes. This is elastic cartilage. Elastic cartilage. Always remember, when you're writing down elastic cartilage, if I ask you what is the name of this connective tissue and you put down elastic, you will get it wrong. The name of the connective tissue is elastic cartilage. You have to include the word cartilage. The ground substance in cartilage is firm. These light areas that surround the chondrocytes, we already said those are the lacunae. What's unique about all cartilages? They are avascular. Avascular, no blood flow. They are slow to heal. You look at this. What is this connective tissue? This is dense, irregular connective tissue. This is collagen protein fibers arranged in all different directions in a dense pattern. This is dense collagen running in all different directions. Where is this found? This is going to be found deep in the dermis of your skin. So when we get to the integumentary system, we will see this some more. Dense irregular connective tissue found in the dermis of our skin. It's also found in lots of areas that we're going to be seeing shortly. We already talked about, or we haven't yet, but the perichondrium. Perichondrium is dense irregular connective tissue. Periosteum, which is going to be another dense irregular connective tissue that surrounds bone. Peri means around, osteo means bone. Periosteum. This is going to be surrounding bone also. We're going to find dense irregular connective tissue in a lot of places because this is really strong. It is vascular. Remember, this is a connective tissue proper. It is a dense connective tissue proper, so good blood flow in here. The cell that makes this, it's a connective tissue proper, so what cells are making this? Fibroblasts, fibroblasts, fibroblasts. The ground substance is syrupy, gel-like. It's a connective tissue proper. Now this one, name this connective tissue. So what I wanted you to see on this one, it's telling you, we see this thing called perichondrium right here. So automatically you should remember peri means around, chondri means cartilage. So this is perichondrium. So you should automatically know, well, this is cartilage. This is cartilage. You look at the matrix. You're not seeing any real protein fibers. It looks hazy. This is hazy, glass-like. So this is going to be hyaline cartilage. This is hyaline cartilage. Where is it found? Hyaline cartilage is your most common cartilage. So anytime you have an exam and they ask you what kind of cartilage it is and you don't know, put hyaline cartilage. Hyaline cartilage covers the ends of all our long bones. It forms the costal cartilage of the ribs. It forms the cartilage of the thyroid cartilage, the cricoid cartilage of the larynx. It's just real common cartilage. Where is it found? What type of cell? These are all chondrocytes, chondro meaning cartilage. So the main protein fiber is going to be collagen, but in this case, the collagen is a very fine, delicate protein fiber, so we really can't see it very well under the microscope. You're just going to see this hazy, glass-like look in the matrix. These are the lacunae, even though they're not nice and white and round, but hopefully you can kind of appreciate there is something surrounding these chondrocytes. Those are the lacunae. What's unique about cartilage? Again, it's avascular. What is perichondrium? Why do we need it? It's surrounding the cartilage. Perichondrium is dense, irregular connective tissue. It's very vascular. The perichondrium is supplying the blood and nutrients to this avascular cartilage. So nutrients and oxygen are slowly going to be diffusing into this cartilage to keep those chondrocytes alive. Let me get this over a little bit. This is what? This is adipose tissue, basically fat. These are vacuoles, they're just spaces. This adipose site is a cell, it's just a space that holds fat. You can see the nuclei pushed to the edges of the adipose site. Here it is. Here's a nucleus here, but basically these are just spaces to store fat. Where is it found? You'll be surprised, but you can find fat almost anywhere in your body. We'll be looking at this in the hypodermis of the skin, basically the subcutaneous part of the skin. That's where we store a lot of fat in our skin. But you're going to find this all over the place. We have fat stored in multiple regions of our body. And I just asked you this, is this connective tissue vascular? Is adipose tissue vascular? You betcha. This is very vascular. So do not think this is not vascular. Lots of blood flow in adipose tissue. What's unique in regards to this connective tissue as far as characteristics? One of the characteristics of connective tissue is the cells are far apart. These cells are not far apart. They are right next to each other. So that's what's unique about adipose tissue. The rest, you just hopefully just looked at these pictures, these slides, and go, I know that. This is reticular connective tissue. This is dense, irregular connective tissue found in the deeper part of the dermis of the skin. This connective tissue, pickup sticks pattern, this is areolar connective tissue. This is a beautiful picture of hyaline cartilage. Beautiful picture of dense, regular connective tissue. You can see those fibroblasts, the flattened nuclei of the fibroblasts. This is all collagen arranged in a parallel fashion. Dense, regular connective tissue. This, you see the lacunae. Here's the nuclei of the chondrocytes. This is all collagen, dense collagen in here. This is fibrocartilage. One word, fibrocartilage. This, you can see the lacunae here. This is elastic cartilage. We see the elastic protein fibers in the matrix. Here's that elastic cartilage right here. Oh, I forgot to tell you where you find elastic cartilage. The two places you need to know. The epiglottis starts with an E, and the external ear. The upper part of your external ear that you get pierced, that is elastic cartilage. So this is actually a slide from the epiglottis. So this is going to be superficial to deep. Here is the elastic cartilage surrounding that epiglottis, and here is a pocket of what? Adipose tissue. This is adipose tissue, and here's our elastic cartilage. And was that it? I think that was it. So hopefully you did well, and we'll see you back in class.